it took me about like the next 7 to 8 months to do the post-production. And it's never been screened anywhere before. And this is a special screening. And I hope you're gonna enjoy it. And after the screening, we'll have a bit of, conversation. Thank you.
In your movies, like crazy. Those two are like my favorite Indonesian artists. I mean, it's just crazy because I just met Teguh like several weeks ago and he's like the craziest.
Yeah, he's a maestro.
Sorry?
Teguh Centric, by the way, is an Indonesian painter, sculptor, and sometimes actor.
Oh, really? So I was so surprised because definitely like very surprised. The question is, why would you like to use artists in your movie? That's the first question. If I have two questions maybe.
Okay.
So the first, why would you use artists in your movie? And the second is, the first time I saw you back in the Taman Baca, and then don't get me wrong, but the first impression that I got from you the first time I saw you is Wong Kar-wai. I don't know why. I feel like you have this presence of Wong Kar-wai, and then the way you direct the movie, I was like, oh shit, like Richard is the Indonesian Wong Kar-wai. I mean, do forgive me if
Now
you
I
don't
can
feel
die
that way.
happy, guys.
Like the way you take the movie. So the second question is, as we all know, Wong Kar-wai has this eccentric way and known as a temperament director. So if you put this your work in the public audience, and then of course we can assure, especially in Indonesia, like most of the people will not really want to see that kind of movie because it doesn't get them, because they will keep on questioning what's this about, like that. So how do you respond to that? Would you like to explain yourself, or you just feel like I don't need to explain myself? Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome, darling.
First question, why do I use artists? Because they're cheap.
Seriously.
Yeah, just give them nasi kotak, like
Seriously.
bucks, rice, and whatever. And by the way, all of the actors in this film, they didn't get paid. They just want to be in my film, and I say, okay, you, let's do it, So I've been very fortunate, and I get to make my kind of films, and I'm not popular. And there's a film historian here, David Hannan, that wrote about my first film, The Lawsuit Case, Copper. That was way back in 2007. And ever since I started with Copper, I've never stopped. For me, making a film is exploring the medium. And that story that you get sucked into it is just one piece of the entirety of the film. There's a sound, the ambient, and the camera work, and so on. And those are the things I'm very interested in. And I will continue to explore it. And this film, I'm playing with how not to frame a shot, and so that the movement of the camera can actually glimpse at the emotion of the senses, and try to evoke it through lapses of the images. And this is actually quite intimate and personal kind of film. And I'm not known for this sort of feeling and that sort of very direct kind of film. And most of my films are a bit quizzical, a bit of the speculation on the mind and that sort of stuff. Thank you.
All right. Maybe another question or maybe comment. It's a bit hard to see if you raise your hand or anything. Maybe you shout your name or shout your voice. Oh, thank you. There's a mic over there. At the way? Over there? No. Okay. Maybe I'll ask. So I'm quite surprised actually, because this is the first time I saw this kind of movies, and I'm not complaining the whole from the beginning until the end. So that's definitely very good. So at least my favorite quote probably, you can't chase your dream if you keep running. And then take care of yourself before you take care of others. And the other one is, I too miss myself. Oh, that's so sweet. So about the maybe the script itself, do you also involve like the whole thing from the beginning, or you also like co-working with others?
No, I just wrote it myself. The whole sequence of following, I borrowed it from Sophie Cal, the renowned French photographer, one heck of a lady, and she wrote a book on photography with the philosopher named of Jean Baudrillard, and the title of that book is Please Follow Me. And from that little bit, I started to write the entire film around that. And so in that book, basically the statement is more or less like, when you follow someone, you're followed by your shadow. So that's more or less the essence of the film.
Okay. So is there any like difficulties during the productions? Maybe
Oh
like
yeah, when you're making a film without money, yeah?
Sorry to ask.
This one costs about 500 million rupiah, and all the production costs and everything have contributions from the post-production house. The actors just willingly participated, and all we needed was just, you know, transportation, food, the hotel, and so on. And the film is already paid for because it's gonna be, it's already taken up by streaming, online streaming company. So these guys, this online like Netflix, Hope, View, these companies are gonna have a lot of us make more films, because we don't go for the mainstream. Well, although this one is gonna be screened in the theaters, but we don't expect that we're gonna get any revenues from you know, general screening. So.
All right. So about the title itself,
Yeah.
Love is a Bird. Are you trying to portray that love is free, or you are trying to portray that love is a bird?
If you watch the film very carefully, I sort of reverse this feminism question on the side, on the perspective of a male person, and yet being very fair to the sexes and so on and so forth. And what I'm saying actually in the film is that love has got nothing to do with the gender. It's just character. It's the character.
Okay, it's just character. Well, I really can't see anything actually. Oh yes, over there. Mention your name and your comment, questions. You may stand up anyway. I cannot see you actually. The light is blinding.
Sure. My name is Cahya. Why Yogyakarta? You choose Yogyakarta because is it patriarchy culture or?
No. I'm the feminine male. Most of my females are the heroines. No, I wanted two different cities, Jakarta and some remote, you know, more traditional setting. Because if you notice, the two women come from different backgrounds. One cosmopolitan, the other one is from somewhere, you know, outside of the city. And that's why the character was at first mesmerized by her, and later on found out that it's not much difference anywhere you go.
Okay, so the choosing
Yeah.
of places has nothing to do with the culture, but more like.
No.
All right.
Well, plus the producer challenged me. we were actually sitting in the sofa and saying, let's make a film. I'll carry the camera and let's shoot it in Jogja. Bloody hell. Oh my goodness, stuck, you know, like, how do I write the script and so on. So I just started it. And then it got made.
All right. Okay. Any more questions or? Okay, gentleman over there. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is David Han. He just published 2 books on Indonesian cinema, and it's like the most complete exhaustive history of our industry here.
Look, I've got a couple of very simple questions because I'm
Yes.
interested in what's happening in this digital age. And the first question is simply, particularly for independent productions
Yeah.
like yours. So what sort of camera did you use when you shot this?
Oh, I've been lucky. The DOP, the DP happens to own a camera rental company. So I got to choose any camera I want. And nowadays we're very high end. We use Alexa Mini. I just shot a film based on Pramudia Anantatu's first novel called The Fugitive. We use Alexa, and this one is a small camera, but very high quality.
Can you name it? What was it?
I think it's Sony. Yes, Sony. Yeah, and it's because it's easy to move it about and yeah.
And why did you limit the shoot to only 7 days? Was that a matter of cost?
Yeah, of
because I
course.
noticed that Camilla Undini, with her film, was in Bali for quite a long time.
Oh yeah, she
shot.
got more money than I did.
But the shoot for her was only 12 days as well.
Very simple. Well, it costs a lot of money, especially if you flew out of Jakarta, and there were about like 30-40 people in the production, and that costs a lot on a daily basis.
Right.
And of course we didn't have any hardship except for the weather. And there were a number of scenes that should have been daylight, no rain, and so on, and we had to like sort of change it.
Right. Thank you.
You're
I have
welcome.
very simple questions there.
Thank you. Any more comment or questions? Not from above. Okay, lady over there. Over here, honey. Hang in there. Passing through. Hot water coming through. Here she
Okay,
comes.
wait.
There she comes.
I like to thank you guys to stick around, and film directors like me sometimes end up with an empty Q&A session.
Okay, your name and your question or comment.
Okay, my name is Karen. I just want to say congratulations. At the beginning it was, I think that was your intention. At the beginning is very awkward to see these men behaving so strange,
Yeah.
like following a lady,
Yeah.
and then like the fighting with the ex-girlfriend, and then the boyfriend of the girl, you know? And I was thinking like, oh, another this romantic love movie. And then I loved the ending, no? When they like choose like healthiness for their mind and for their emotions, and I think that was great. Also, it's very interesting to see what I think you just said, that the love is a character, like in a structural, I don't know how to say it. In a structural analysis of a
Yeah.
movie, when you have to identify characters and who is the protagonist of the movie, I think it's really hard here, like who is the protagonist now,
Yeah.
and then I think it's just love. Love is
Yeah.
the protagonist. Would you say that?
It's also intentional that the camera is the title and the camera, and that's why love is a bird, right? So the movement and then also Lately, my last film, Transfixed, Tapana, uses a lot of this so-called off-screen sound, and basically not like whoever is speaking, then you very visibly showing a person like that, and that brings a sort of like this ethereal, sort of out of this world kind of like feeling of it, and at the same time it allows for the continuation of the visual to anything else, and less constrained or constricted to the scene itself. And the one thing I hate now is actually to create a scene in which then you set the characters, then you cover each other, and then it will be really boring. And so these are the things that I'm trying to work out, and in the near future as well.
Congratulations, and also congratulations for the cameraman.
Yeah. He got nervous. In fact, I made this film specifically so that he would direct a film next. See, I was doing him a favor.
Okay, so we still have one, maybe in Indonesia, bahasa Indonesia juga boleh. Mungkin ada yang mau komentar atau mau bertanya. Tapi karena ini agak susah lihatnya ya, jadi mungkin harus bersuara sedikit. Oh iya boleh, Ibu, Mbak agak olahraga gitu. I think you need to jog upstairs. Thank you. There's someone over there. White microphone. Oh, there she is. She's running. Gold medal. That's it. And here is the finish line. Yes. Namanya Ibu ya?
Ya, saya Ata dari Bandung.
Oke.
Ya. Nggak kelihatan ya, nggak apa-apa.
Iya, nggak apa.
Ya, saya hampir nggak percaya dengar Bapak bilang kalau semua pemainnya itu nggak dibayar.
Yeah.
Karena they look very professional, and some of
They
them,
are professional.
yeah, and some of them are very good, I think. Kalau boleh saya tahu apa yang Pak Richard janjikan sama mereka sampai mereka mau nggak dibayar itu?
Good question. What have you been promising them? I need to know that.
Nothing really.
Seriously?
Let me tell you the story of how I got Bron Palare. Now, Bron Palare, the male actor, hails from KL, and he's now one of he's always been a very famous film actor. And one day he came to my lounge in Kemang, and he was sitting there, and I was looking really like shit, because I haven't got, like a couple of days, we're gonna shoot a film, alright? And I said, oh, what's your problem, bro? And then I said, I haven't got the lead actor yet, And I was trying to persuade Abimana, another Indonesian famous actor, to be in the film, but he got busy and so on. So then, I'll do it for you, Ko. They call me Ko. Ko is
Koko,
like,
yeah, brother.
Ko, brother.
Yeah.
I'll do it for you.
Oh,
And then
thank you.
I said, you don't even know what the story is, right? Then I said that. Then he said, well, tell me the story. Then I told him the script, the story, and so on. Okay, Ko. Now I do it for the story. Very kind bunch of people. I think in a sense, I've been very lucky. I mean, because over these years of persistence in making films the way I want it, I got the support of the post-production people and even production companies that basically will burn their rupiah and would just allow me to play around with their money, I think. But this time, this indie production has been paid off, last I heard. This has not been screened anywhere else, by the way.
Oh,
Just
we are
finished.
very lucky.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we reached the last minutes. Maybe there's last thing you want to mention to us?
Thank you all, and Thank you for seeing the film.
Well, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, digital. All right, thank you all for coming and watching the movies. I would like to mention, make sure you collect all your belongings before you leave the place, and I'll see you again tonight at the live music and art Hujan di bulan Juni at Taman Baca 9 until 10 p.m. Thank you. I'll see you all later. Bye.
I live in summer. I've been here 4.5 years. I just made the point that I can get in that bus.
I think I made sure the previous session. You were the first festival.
Oh, yes, I've been for the last 4 years. We may have been sitting adjacent to the table. I'm thinking of going and seeing a film based on the novel by Knight. Do you know anything about it? Do you know anything about it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it. What is it?
Yeah, it's not part of it.
Down
The
in
stills photographer.
that's in yes.
Is it far?
Oh, I think it's down there. Yeah, right here. What time do you when you go back? What I was saying is, yes, there's an opening because a friend of mine talked to me
Is there any place
Any what?
Is there anywhere here?
I'm just wondering what's happening this evening. What is on this evening? We have tonight. We have the program.
hopefully. There you go.
Do you want me to? Am I allowed to go up there now? Actually? Am I allowed to do that?
Yes.
It's not effective. It's just one. I'll go off. Outside, yeah? She said that not right now.
Okay.
Is it okay if we just do it at
Yeah, it should be. It's a test that was work out.
This thing is falling apart.
The lachi. Everything's wrong. Oh, he's practicing this again. Okay, cool. Kasih yang begini, karena makan.
Makan dulu.